Hi, everybody, and happy Wednesday. I'm KHOU Meteorologist Pat Cavlin. Just with a quick update on radar because we've had a lot of heavy rain move through the area. We even had some flash flooding west of town earlier this morning. So that threat will be with us here as we go through the rest of the day in a few spots. So first, we're going to start here across the Beltway, across the city itself. We've just got some steady rain coming down. No flooding concerns right now. North side of town, you're dry. Pretty much just to the south of downtown now as you get towards places like Brookhaven, Bel Air, out towards Missouri City. You're seeing some pretty steady rain right now. Down 59, 288, you're seeing some good heavy downpours as well. But it's really to the south here. I mean, look at this across Brazoria County. So to the south of Needville, places like Bonnie, Angleton, West Columbia, pretty much in between. Few flashes of lightning, but really it's just steady soaking rain that has been sitting over this area for a pretty good period of time now. And because of that, we are seeing some pretty decent rain totals now. Good news though, the back edge of it is now starting to approach. You can see it there off to the north and west. So it's not sitting over the same area, or at least it's not expected to sit over this area for too much longer, but the rain just is moving so slow and it's coming down so heavy that we have seen some pockets of higher water. This was the main event though earlier this morning up to the the west of Sealy, the east of Columbia. So there's Sealy there on the right-hand side of the screen. Now look at these totals. 7 to 8 inches radar estimated of rain, pretty much right along I-10. So we did see some roadway flooding, some pockets of flooding. We haven't gotten any reports of high water rescues or anything of that nature, just because the ground is still dry. So we do need the rain, and we've got a little bit of room to accumulate this kind of rainfall. But still, I mean, anytime you get 6, 7, 8 inches of rain in a few hours, you are going to run the risk of some flooding. A little closer to Columbus, I mean, the rainfall totals did drop off quite a bit, but still 3 to 4 inches of rain is quite a bit in several hours time. But notice as you go farther to the west, I mean, we really saw these totals drop off. So it was a pretty localized area this morning that saw those higher numbers. All right, down to the south and east now towards Richmond. This is that one cell that I was just showing you that's now pushed into Brazoria County. We got about 3 to 4 inches of rain in some of the higher spots here. And again, very localized here along 59 through Beasley, up towards Tavernier, McCaddy, and up towards the north end of Richmond into Pecan Grove. We got some good rainfall totals. On average, this entire area about 1 to 4 inches. But again, we did see some higher totals here, about 3 to 4 inches just to the north of the southwest freeways. So ponding on the roadways, hydroplaning a big concern for any of the drivers out there this morning. A little farther to the south now, this is where we're actually the most concerned at this point. This is just to the south now of Needville, and this is the area that I was showing you before out towards Lockridge. Notice now we're getting totals about 4 to 5 inches in just the last 2 hours with this heavy batch of rain coming through. Damon, you've got totals now around 2 to 4 inches, and that rain is still coming down right now. So this is to the south of FM 1462 around Damon going down Highway 36. And because of this, we actually do have a flood advisory in effect. That's in effect until noon. So for at least another hour, about another hour and 15 minutes, that's in effect for this area where we've seen these totals again around 4 to 5 inches, and that rain is still coming down, so we could still see some issues here as we go through, I would say, the next hour or so, and then you could see some residual flooding in any of the creeks and streams nearby. We did have a flash flood warning up in the Columbus area also. That will probably continue for another hour or so before the water levels start to go down, but there's no more rain falling in that area. So live look right now from Galveston, you can see the beach is soaked. We've had some pretty good downpours now at the coast. I think that's going to be the focus now as we go through the rest of the afternoon. We'll start you in Chambers County first. Bolivar out towards High Island. You've seen off and on showers. Anahuac to Winnie, you're pretty dry right now. But notice back to the west here, we are starting to see some heavier downpours about to cross over the bay. And that's going to cause some issues now. We're going to see heavy rain move into the Anahuac area. Baytown, Channelview, you're seeing some good rainfall right now. League City down to Texas City, you're getting in and out of these downpours. No thunder or lightning. Again, it's just good soaking rain. Farther towards the south and west, out towards Jamaica Beach, you're getting rain. Galveston, you've got a break right now, but we've got more up to the north and west through Santa Fe, Alvin, and Liverpool. And then down here towards the west end beaches, we're getting these good downpours, good soaking rainfall. And again, we'll take the rain. We really need it. So this is great news for a lot of these areas. South end of Brazoria County here, from Angleton through Lake Jackson to Brazosport, so all the way down to the coast here along 288. Good rainfall, so if your travels take you in that direction today, I would say really through the rest of the afternoon, downpours, thunderstorms are going to be in the cards for us south of I-10, south of 59. So Matagorda, Brazoria, Galveston, and Chambers counties, you're probably going to be the focus for the heavy rain today. That being said, anyone could see it as this stationary boundary remains parked over the area. And you can see it's a little tough to make out, because we're on the touch screen here. But we've got a green box here, a green box here, another one here. So you can see these flash flood warnings and these flood advisories are pretty much following the trail of that stationary boundary. So that's where we're going to see the best chance pretty much through this area for that torrential rainfall, that training rain, where these storms kind of sit over the same area for an extended period of time. That's going to be the areas that are highest at risk here as we go through the afternoon. That being said, though, notice we're still getting a few downpours to the north of this boundary. So, even up towards Walker and Montgomery counties, now we're seeing a few downpours starting to pop up. So, everyone's fair game for it through the afternoon, but the focus really is going to be south of that boundary here towards the coastal spots. So we do have a slight to marginal risk for flash flooding. The highest flash flood potential is still well out towards our east today. That being said, we could see a few high water spots just because of where we live. We live here in southeast Texas. We are prone to flooding with these heavy rain events. And so while all of these cells are not going to be capable of that, one or two could get out of hand, and that's where we could see these issues become a little more prominent here as we get into the afternoon, especially if you get rounds of rain, heavy rain over the same area over and over and over again. So the main focus for that, again, is going to be south of I-10, south of 59-69 here as we go through the afternoon. We're going to have a full update coming up. Tim Pandages will join you with a look at the radar and the forecast we go through the rest of the day. That is coming up on the KHOU 11 News at noon. And of course, if anything significant happens between now and then or even afterwards, we will join you here on digital for the latest update. Thank you so much for watching, and stay dry today.